Hello and welcome back. I am Jeff GrantMEDIA. In today's real user review, we are going to be talking about the Proof Airweave Performance Shirt and the Flint and Tinder Dobby Camp Shirt. Now, Huckberry did send me both these shirts as samples for review, but all the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share the contents of this video with Huckberry prior to publication. They will see this when you do. In addition to that, there will be affiliate links in the description box down below. If you're considering buying either of these shirts or any other product from Huckberry, please consider using those links. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but I do earn a small commission from that sale. All the money goes back to the channel, help me produce more content so consumers can make informed purchasing decisions. Okay, so I had this shirt on yesterday. If you saw my last video, the Rowan Pac-Away shell, I filmed it really close to where I'm actually standing right now, and I wore this to work yesterday, so I'm doing this one first. So when I get done, I switch into the Camp Dobby and I will be going to the office because it's like a little after 7 in the morning, and I'm doing this before I go to work. But I've been basically wearing these two shirts and like one or two other short sleeve button downs since I got them. We're finally getting in the warm weather. I think this week we're gonna hit some really high highs, but I haven't swapped out my winter long sleeve and flannel shirts for my short sleeve shirts, so I don't have all of my other short sleeve shirts out of storage yet. So yeah, I really didn't have a choice. I'm basically wearing these two and like one or two other shirts because they're the only short sleeve button downs that aren't packed away that I have not swapped out yet. But I've been enjoying wearing them, and I will say I have had this same shirt before. Okay, so it was the Welland Airweave Performance shirt. Now it is the Proof Airweave Performance shirt. I have, I think, two products that I had last season or the season before that were under the Welland branding. Now, I was pretty sure they basically just rebranded and the items were the same, but I wanted to test them out and make sure that was actually the case, and it is. So what Huckberry did was Welland and Proof, they're both in-house brands of Huckberry. Both of them had like a mix of like casual wear and active wear. So what they did was they took the Welland brand and made that more of like a business casual, more like a I don't want to say like upscale casual, but it's more of a business casual, if you will, line now, and they moved all of the performance stuff under the Proof brand name. So it's the same shirt that had as the Welland, but it is now under the Proof brand name. And I will say I like this one more because my Welland version is just a plain gray, and this is this what they call it, space cactus or something. I love this shirt. The shirt just looks awesome, which is another reason I've been wearing this quite a bit, because I really like this shirt. So I will say one of the features that I love on this one that I honestly don't remember if my Welland had, because that's one of the shirts that are still kind of storage up in the attic right now, is we have this handy dandy little glasses cleaning rag, which is really handy because sometimes in the summer I will wear this without an undershirt because this is a really nice light and airy shirt. So if it's real hot, I will wear this without an undershirt, and the material of the shirt isn't the best for cleaning your spectacles, but we have the cleaning rag there, which works out really well when you're hot and sweaty and you get something on your glasses and you're not, instead of smearing it all over the place or looking for a tissue that's then going to leave all those little fine tissue particles all over, you have a nice microfiber cleaning cloth right there. But before we dive into the deep details, let's hit a few of the specs of each of the products. And now for point of reference, I am 5'9", roughly 180 to 185 pounds, a 42.5-inch chest over a t-shirt, and I will be wearing both of these shirts in a size large. Starting with the Proof Airweave Performance shirt, it comes in at $98 USD. It is available in 3 core colors and 7 limited prints, which I believe change with the season. My inseam here is the dark olive space cactus print, and yeah, I absolutely love the print on the shirt. It just looks awesome. Now the shirt is made from a moisture-wicking, wrinkle-resistant 4-way stretch polyester, and it features antimicrobial finishing to help block the odors, which will come in very handy once these very hot summer days hit us. There is a hidden mesh stash pocket inside the left chest pocket that is the perfect size for your AirPods or a hotel key. As I stated, we do have a flip-up microfiber cleaning cloth that they say is for sunnies or your iPhone, but yeah, I use them for my regular glasses because I wear them more than I wear my contacts these days. It features matte rubberized buttons that will wick water and won't break when you get active. And that's another thing I like about this shirt is the Airweave. It is a performance shirt, so you can get active in this. You can actually, go for a run in this shirt and it will still perform well, then go ahead, toss it in the washer and still wear it out casually throughout your day. It is a nice multi-purpose shirt and it is very light and airy. I really like the fit, feel, and finish of this shirt. It fits good, it feels good, it drapes well over the body, and the material is really nice to wear on these really hot summer days. Once you get a little bit of a breeze, it does kind of cut through the shirt and really helps to cool you down, and it looks good while you're wearing it as well. I will wear this to work, I will wear this out casually, and like I said, I can wear this out on a run if I choose to do so, which would come in very handy if I'm traveling, because if I'm traveling, I can then carry one less shirt. I can wear this as a button-down shirt for a little while, and then one morning I can just wear it and go for a run, and then that's one less dirty shirt that I have to carry on my way home. Now let's talk about that price point for a minute, $98. I know some people are gonna complain and say, that's a lot of money to pay for a button-down shirt. I can get something on Amazon for 20, 30 bucks. Yes, you absolutely can get something on Amazon for 20, 30 bucks, probably even less. But it's been my experience, you get what you pay for on Amazon. Sure, you're gonna get lucky every once in a while and maybe spend 20 bucks and get something that's actually a really well-made product. You just got really lucky. But I think the past couple of years, especially with clothing that I've gotten on Amazon, you spend 20, 30 bucks and you're basically throwing that money away because whatever you buy is only going to last a short period of time. So now you're buying another one, and that by the time you end up getting through that season even, you may have spent the same amount of money, gone through several shirts, and all of them are trash that you either had to throw in the garbage because they just fell apart, or you ended up donating because you just didn't like the way they felt, the way they fit, the way they looked on you, because the images they show you, they're all photoshopped. They are not what they're actually gonna look like when you get it. So it's a roll of the dice on Amazon. They have a good return policy. You could probably send some of that stuff back, but ultimately, I feel $98 is a pretty fair price point to pay, and you're getting a good quality garment. This is my second one. Again, I wanted to make sure the proof was the same as the Wellen, and they even say in the write-up that I guess I missed originally, or they might have changed the write-up, that it's the same shirt just under the proof branding. And I've worn the hell out of my Wellen version, and I've been wearing the hell out of this. This has been washed multiple times, and I think it looks great. This is one of the shirts that I actually wore in Philly when I did that trip with when I was talking about in my Pac-Away range, my Rowan Pac-Away shell jack video. I had this, I think I wore this down the first day I wore this down into Philly. So I even wore this through the city under the rain jacket, and it performed great. Actually worked really well because that was kind of warm that first day, so it was a little sweaty underneath, and this was actually a really great layer to wear. So I think $98 is a great price point. This pattern is pretty awesome. Absolutely love it. And yeah, I've been wearing the hell out of the shirt, and I'm gonna keep wearing it. It's gonna be a great shirt because I think this week and next week we're gonna have some high 80s bordering 90s. So it's time to ditch the jeans and put on some shorts, and we're gonna need some lighter weight shirts coming up. Now, let's check out the Dobby Camp shirt. Now the Flint and Tinder Dobby Camp shirt comes in at $128 USD. It is available in 3 different color options: natural jacquard, navy floral as seen here, and sable embroidery. This is a 100% cotton shirt that is made in India. Huckberry says that this is a classic camp collar inspired by vintage shirts from the 50s and 60s. It features a single left chest pocket, and they say this has a clean straight hem designed to be worn untucked. And if you know me and have followed any of my videos before, I always wear my shirts untucked. I do not like to tuck in my shirts, so this was right up my alley. I will say the shirt is a little bit heavier than the Airweave shirt that we're also checking out today, but it is still a pretty light and airy shirt. Another one that's going to be great for these hot summer days. It has a nice boxy cut to it, and again, it's not that thick, so once you get a little breeze, you're going to be able to get that breeze cutting through the material and cooling you down nicely. And I do really like this vintage camp shirt vibe. I honestly don't think I've had many camp shirts in the past, maybe 1 or 2 over the years, but I don't think I've had anything that recent in a camp shirt. And I really wish I had, because I'm really digging this overall style and look. I really like the way it's fitting and draping over the body. It's wearing well. And again, I've been wearing the hell out of the shirt, and it has been worn and washed a bunch of times. Now there's one thing I want to point out about the shirt before I forget, is that it is a little bit tighter at the chest than it is at the body. And I actually just noticed this probably about a week ago when I was buttoning the shirt, because as I'm buttoning it, I noticed my hands were kind of going out as opposed to going straight down. And I think that's because it has this straight hem here. It's not, doesn't have that tapered look to be tucked in. It's meant to be untucked. So it's got maybe a little bit wider cut between the bottom buttons. So I think it just kind of flares, not necessarily flares out, but it kind of bows out a little bit at the bottom there. And I think, again, that's just because this hem, it has a straight hem meant to be worn untucked instead of tucked, so it doesn't kind of taper into the body to fit inside your waistband a little bit better. And again, I just noticed it, but I don't think it really makes much of a difference when you're actually wearing the shirt. It was more when I was buttoning the shirt. I think it's wearing and fitting really, really nice. And again, I've had maybe 1 or 2 camp shirts, like probably 9 or 10 years ago. I think maybe a skate brand might have done them once, and I bought them on sale at like CCS, but I don't think I ever really wore them. And then I put this on, I'm like, this is a really, really nice fitting shirt. I like the vintage look of this quite a bit. Now, we talked about the price with the proof. Let's talk about the price here. What is it, $128? I just said it and I already forgot, so we're gonna double check to make sure I'm saying the right number here. Hold on, bear with me here. 128 bucks. Okay, again, someone's gonna complain that that's a lot of money for a simple floral print button-down shirt. And you know what? It could be, but I think that is a fair price to pay. Flint and Tinder is one of my favorite brands. I've had, well, the jacket, the Flint and Tinder wax trucker jacket, the iconic jacket. It's one of my all-time favorite jackets, but I can't even remember how many Flint and Tinder items, how many Flint and Tinder items I've had over the years, and I've had 0 issues with any of them. My oldest jacket, my oldest Flint and Tinder jacket is, at this point, I think going on like 5 years old. I don't even remember at this point. 3, 5, 6, I don't know, 10. It's old, and I beat the ever-loving hell out of that thing, and it still looks great. It actually looks better now than new. And every Flint and Tinder item I've had, that be t-shirts, that be button-down shirts, that be jackets, jeans, everything has performed really, really well. I have a bunch of Flint and Tinder jeans that I haven't been wearing because I've been doing my Indigo Invitational jeans, but every Flint and Tinder product I've had has been amazing, performed well. They're all produced ethically. Like, they use, yes, the shirt is made in India, but they use factories that ethically source materials and pay their employees well. So you're paying a little bit more because you're getting materials and items that are sourced from reputable factories. It's not made in a sweatshop anywhere. It's actually made by people that are being paid a fair wage to make the product. So all of that rolls into the price, and you're getting a good product for that. So I think $128 is a pretty fair price to pay. Sure, we can go back to Amazon. You can go that route again, but I talked about that earlier. You're gonna get what you pay for there. Maybe you'll get lucky and you'll get something for a couple bucks that actually works and wears well. Usually not the case. Again, clothing, I've noticed on Amazon in the past, probably at this point, 3 to 4, maybe more years, it's all just gone downhill. Like, you can get the same garment from a company that you bought a couple of years ago that was a high quality garment, and now it's just garbage. So you can roll the dice, or you can just buy once, cry once, and get the garment that you like, that you know is gonna last for a while. So I think the price point is a pretty fair price point to pay. And I like both these shirts quite a bit, again, wearing them a lot. Yeah, I could just go upstairs and get my other clothes out of storage and swap them over. I've just been lazy, but on top of that, I really like these shirts, so I wasn't in a rush to go upstairs in the very hot attic and sweat to get those other shirts. So we'll maybe put that off until it's really, really hot out, and then I have no choice, and then I go up in the attic and it's a sweltering 357 degrees and I just melt to nothingness. Or I can just go up there and sit around like it's a sauna and maybe sweat off some of this winter weight. Anyway, I digress. I really like both these shirts, both the Proof Airweave Performance shirt and the Flint and Tinder Dobby Camp shirt. This one's great. I absolutely love this as well. I love the pattern. I've gotten quite a bit of compliments on the pattern of this shirt as well. So if you want to get the floral pattern, you will probably also get quite a bit of compliments. But both these shirts are great shirts to buy. I've had many products in both Proof and Flint and Tinder, all of which have been great. Actually, one of my favorite pairs, I talked about Flint and Tinder jacket, my favorite jacket. One of my favorite pairs of pants is the Proof Rover double knee work pant. I have one of my first boxes I ever got from Huckberry had a pair of the Proof Rover double knee. Absolutely love those pants. If I'm not wearing the same jeans for the Indigo Invitational, those are in one of my top 3 favorite pairs of pants, or favorite pairs of bottoms, period. Pants, jeans, anything, and they are in heavy rotation. So I like the brand, and again, haven't had a bad product from Proof either. So all around, I think they're wins. So if you're looking at them, I think you can buy with confidence. I hope this video helped you just a little bit in your buying decisions. So if you do like, comment, share, and subscribe, smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications the next time I post a brand new video. Good night.